Hello everyone, Keydude here, and today I'm going to take a look at the M1W SP sent to me for review by Monsgeek. This keyboard is a pre-built and wireless version of the popular M1, and the current price for this keyboard is 187 euros, which is roughly about $200 US. You can see I have the M1W with the black case and black gradient keycaps, but you have other options as well. You can also choose a silver case with pink gradient keycaps or a purple case with purple gradient keycaps. What's unique about the black case option is that the PCB supports an ISO layout. This is actually very nice for Europeans like me, as the custom keyboard hobby mainly revolves around the US layout, so it's very good to see Monsgeek make adjustments for a wider audience. Alright, now let's open the box and see what's inside. You get a dust cover, a nice coiled cable, the USB dongle, an extra set of plate mounted stabs, force brake stickers, a keycap puller, and a switch puller as well. So let's go over to talking about the design of the M1W SP. It has an exploded 75% layout with a satisfying knob. The case is a two-piece case design which is made out of aluminum, and the anodization is smooth, so it really feels like a quality piece of work. It's also pretty heavy and comes in around 2.2 kilos full built, or 4.8 pounds. On the side profile, you get the golden accent, which looks really good in combination with the black case. And on the back, you get the USB-C port, which is located on the left side. And on the bottom, you have the Monsgeek logo and 4 rubber feet. Alright, now on to the switches and keycaps. In this keyboard, you get the ACO V3 Piano Pro switches, and I really like them so far. They're so smooth, they sound very nice, and feel very satisfying to type on. It's a pre-lubed linear switch with an operating force of 45 grams and a total travel of 13.5 millimeters. The factory lube job is pretty good and decently consistent too. Out of all switches, 4 of them had noticeable spring crunch. Now on to the keycaps. They're double shot PVT and comes in the OEM profile. They're blank and minimal from the top, but also allows for shine through with the side printed legends. The thickness of the keycaps are not as thick as I've seen on other keyboards, and this is a downside as it affects the sound. I think that the M1W SP would have benefited from some slightly thicker keycaps in my opinion. Alright, now that's enough information for now. Let's hear the keyboard in its stock form before we take a look at the internals and mod it afterwards. Well, this has to be one of the best sounding pre-builds that I've ever tried. I also think that this keyboard feels good and is a comfortable typing experience too. The stabilizers were pre-lubed, and I think they're among the best ones that I've tried too. I think that Monsgeek has done a really good job with the M1 SP in its stock form. But now it's time for us to try to put on the tape mod and the force brake stickers included in the kit and see if it makes a difference. But first, we're going to take a look at the internals. In the bottom case, we have batteries, which has a high capacity of around 6000 mAh. This means around 150 days battery lifetime if you average 4 hours a day without RGB. or just around 8 days with RGB on. Alright, moving on, we have the protective film and the pour-on case foam. And since this keyboard is gasket mounted, we have some silicone gaskets, and the PCB is south facing, has Kale hot swap sockets, and it supports screw-in stabs, which is nice. In between the PCB and the polycarbonate plate, you get an IXPE switch pad and pour-on plate foam. So let's start the modding by putting on the force brake stickers, and then apply the tape mod and cut out holes for the cables. Now let's see if these mods makes a difference. Well, if I'm gonna use buzzwords, then I'm gonna say that the keyboard became much more thocky and poppy by doing the mods, and I'm really happy with the result. So, what do I think of this keyboard? Well, let's start with the pros. Well, I think this is by far the best pre-built keyboard that I've tried, and the best looking too. I really like the fact that the PCB comes in an ISO layout. The kit comes with an extra set of stabilizers, which is very nice to have, and the pre-lubed stabs were almost perfect. The keycaps are nice looking, and the piano switches are so satisfying to type on. They're smooth and they sound really good too. And the best part of the M1W is that it has so many good features. It has an aluminum case, it's hot swappable, it has all the foams you need, and even include a tape mod in the kit. Now moving on to the cons. The biggest drawback is the placement for the wireless toggle switch. It's so inconvenient to remove a keycap and then use your nails to switch connections. And I hope Monsgeek will improve this on newer keyboards. But looking on the bright side, you can toggle between the connection modes using the shortcut keys too. Another con that I have is that the black case finish is a fingerprint magnet. The M1W is also not VIA or QMK compatible, but Monsgeek does have a driver software. And I also think it should have a compartment for the 2.4 GHz dongle. And as earlier mentioned, I think some thicker keycaps would have been a good upgrade to this keyboard. Now, on to the important question. Who do I recommend the Monsgeek M1W SP to? I think you should buy it if you're after a wireless pre-built aluminum kit with great switches and good potential to mod. I personally think if you can look past the list of cons that I mentioned and you like everything else about the keyboard, then you should buy it. And if you're gonna buy it, please use the link down in the description to support me. Now that was it for my review of the M1W SP. Thank you to Monsgeek for sponsoring me with this keyboard. And as always, if you like this video, please drop a like. And if you like my content, please subscribe. And until next time, peace.